Hello guys and welcome back to the channel, and today we're here for round number 1 of the brand new PSGL season 37 in the F3, basically the second highest tier since tier 1 is invite only and not happening currently. And we are at Silverstone, a track I enjoy a lot but I don't have the greatest pace, so we'll see how it goes. You can see we're currently coming towards the end of our first qualifying lap here today as we head into the last chicane. Really just try to get a nice and safe banker. Don't make any stupid mistakes, don't invalidate, and across the line it's going to be a 25.2 banker, which is more than fine. We then head onto our last run. I did a second one, I improved to a 0.14 I think, and then you can see in this last run we lose a bit of time at the start of the lap through turn 1 as we then head through turn 3. Quite nice line through there. And then turn 4 we got a decent exit, which means we will be up about 200s by the time we reach sector 2. So decent enough improvement. It's a 27.127 sector 1 if I read that correctly. But then you can see we have a snap there, which is very painful. And then exiting Loffield we're still only half a tenth down, so we could have been up by a lot here on this lap. So from here I pretty much had to send it, because there's not too much lap time left to gain as we now head into Maggots and Beggets. And Chapo then absolutely throwing the car in. You can see we pretty much nail it. We gain another almost half a tenth, so we're basically matching our delta almost as we now head into Stowe. But as you're about to see, I tried to absolutely nail it. We just run a tad wide and invalidate our lap, which is unfortunate, because you can see we gained I think even more time here, and in total we could have gained at least a tenth, and pole was only 1.3 tenths away. As you can see here, such a close grid, so we really almost bottled pole. As we then head into the race, it's gonna be full wet at the start of this, so we've got 5 red lights for round 1 in PSGL, and we are underway. And you can see we straight away get past one of the cars. Poor start from him, so we gain a position up into P10. We go of course qualifying in P11. Then I tried to have a look around the outside here at turn 3 and then get the inside for turn 4, which we kind of did, but then we lost out on traction. As you're about to see, up the inside we go, trying to keep our front wing intact. But then yeah, around the outside, didn't quite have the traction, just about left him enough room. And yeah, you can see down into sector 2 we tried to get past him. I'm not sure if I did or no, I did not. You can see you can hold it around the outside, as of course I've not done a single wet lap on this game yet, so I didn't know how confident I could be on the braking.
Why is he driving into me on?
Yeah, so bit of frustration there, but nothing major. See, I try actually to get back him round the outside, but then I go so deep, and then the next car just follows me straight through. And I did not want to go side by side into Maggots and Beggets, so I let that position go, and we're back down. As he actually makes a big mistake in front of us. Tried to set up this exit, but I mean I got alongside him, which is good, and then we are on the inside for Stowe. So that worked pretty nicely, and we get that position back. As you can see, more fighting going on up ahead. Really just had to figure out what the lines were, how late I could brake, how early I could go on throttle. The main issue was I was on a dry setup with a tiny slightly amount of adjusted wings, but others had like way bigger adjustments, which is why we're losing about 2 seconds a lap, or will be losing about 1.5 to 2 seconds a lap. So you can see end of lap, what is this, lap 4 I think, maybe lap 3.
Why is he
the resolution's too small. So you can see I'm asking why the red car turns into Zach, and then we get past Zach, just about leave him enough room on the exit to keep it within the white lines. So we get this move into turn 1, and then unfortunately going through turn 2 he taps us on the rear, forcing us into a save, and then absolutely sends it up our inside. So I go for a switchback, which we kinda get, but then through turn 4 he gets the better of me and just runs me off slightly.
Oh, what is this?
But yeah, that's racing. And then we lose another position. And then this is a few laps later. I'm asking for weather conditions. You can see Zach gets pushed off. So I try and get past him, but he just about has his
Gonna
nose
take
in.
me out here.
So the issue is again the car behind has
Turn,
his
bro.
nose in. So that is just not ideal. Battling with Zach, we've already lost the position before and we're about to lose
Bro, I
another one.
cannot be
So you
asked.
can see we're boxed in there and then we almost get taken out
Ooh.
on a straight. I think that's Tias who was behind us. I'm not quite sure. Actually, Yelte maybe. Um, but yeah, that's another position lost because Zach can't just drive regularly, which is unfortunate. But it was wet anyway on a dry setup, so we couldn't have done much anyway. I'm glad that happened this race, and not a race where I would actually have had pace at. As you can see, they go side by side. We get tagged
Guys.
on the inside. Which is no ideal. Zach goes into the pit lane for intermediates, which would have been the right lap. I
Zach is
waited
in the
one
pit
lap
lane.
longer, and the Yelte Korsman in front of me shares the pit lane with me, so that was really not good. So you can see end of the lap, Kuba tried to
I'm
get
going in the
past
pit
me,
lane, bro.
tried to, I don't know what he tried there, but I wanted to stay on the inside because I'm going in the pit lane. So yeah, not the greatest of first stints, but as I said, dry setup in the wet, there was no chance anyway. Um, so yeah, into the pit lane we go, as you're about to see.
Yeah, I reduced it. But I have to stack, of course.
After stack behind the Yelte Korsman, which really didn't help. Another 3 seconds
Yeah, but I
lost
lost 3
roughly.
positions from that.
Um, yeah, so I think we got out in last or second to last. And it means we had to start making a few moves again. So you can see one of the cars goes wide in front of us. So we're gonna try and use that to our advantage here. Maybe I try to set up switchback. I'm not quite sure. I guess we're about to find out. But you can see really struggling on traction, and we've got I think that's Marcel Biaga behind us. And then we go for this move up the inside of Stowe. Tiny bit wide off the apex, but we leave enough room on the exit, and we get that move done. And then there's two cars fighting in front. Again, no clue what that guy behind me tried. But then through here, they both go wide, so we pick up the position up the inside into the last corner, and that's 2 positions gained back. But we've lost it too much time already with the double stack and Zach fighting us the way he did. So yeah, we then have a little look of someone up our inside. Was able to defend that though. But yeah, just pace overall was just lacking in the wet on a dry setup. Just had way lower wings. As we then head onto lap, what is this, 12, 13, 14? Because see, I tried to go for a switchback, but then around the outside, I just did not have the grip to hold it. No, actually, I think I might have held it. Yeah, I tried to hold it, slid off track, and then Marcel Biaga, I'm not quite sure what the name was. Tries to go up my inside. I can defend it for now. Um, but yeah, just as you can see, no pace whatsoever in the wet. Quite a painful race to watch back, to be fair. As we then had a few laps further down into the race, two cars nearly colliding at turn 3 as they go 3 wide in front of us. We then try and get a cut back and get a decent exit, but Kuba, I think that was Kuba, could get a way better exit than us. So yeah, pretty much sums up the race as he now goes up the inside. Again, you can see, try to go around the outside of this car, but then instantly Marcel's car is on my inside. So yeah, it's like you can't go offline, otherwise we'll just be passed, which is just unfortunate. Um, we are able to stay in front for now, which is good. Um, but yeah, you can see, I'm not sure who that was, going very wide. We then go for another move into Stowe. I like to go for moves into Stowe. I think that worked pretty well. Mainly because I also was running so much lower wing than everyone else. Um, but yeah, we get that move done. And then, do we get another move done? I'm not quite sure. No, I think we don't, although maybe down into turn 1 or 3. Not quite sure, but that was another move done. Through turn 1 we go. But yeah, again, I'll just say again, the pace in the wet was just horrendous on the dry setup. Or maybe I tried to go for something here. Oh yeah, I think this was a desync around Thomas. So I was around the outside of him. What? And then he just, yeah, gets way in front of me. Desync is back on this game, not really that surprised. A bit later I go up the inside of Stowe. At least try to. He goes very wide, so he actually invites me to get straight past pretty much. And then I neatly outbrake him into the chicane, and we get the job done. Leave him the room on the outside, but there's no chance he's gonna hold that anyway. So that is
Was he
another
there? Did I pick him
position
off?
done. You
I
can
didn't
see
know that the red
Marcel
arrow
follows
was
us
on.
straight through. Then head even deeper into the race. You can see I still don't know where to brake on Inter, so he can actually go around the outside of us, which is absolutely insane. Should never happen. So yeah. Then tuck into a slipstream. Yellow flag. I'm not quite sure for whom that is. You can see we get sent on again. I thought maybe go for switchback, but I broke way too early. And I misjudged it a bit. So he could get past, which I honestly didn't mind. Since we're not in the
I don't know.
points, it doesn't really make a
I'm
difference.
not sure. He just
And
stopped
then
on track.
we dropped to the last lap. Some people went for softs, but they didn't work at all.
My rear left.
Even
I'm
though my
almost getting a
rears were
puncture.
all fronts were also overheating. But yeah, through the last chicane. Unfortunately, this wasn't meant to be the first race, but tomorrow's the first race live on my Twitch
Oh,
at
that's
Miami.
unfortunate.
So be sure to go check that out.
Give me 1 second.
And until next time, from me, it's take care and goodbye.